Hello guys, welcome back to the series, welcome back to Football Manager 2023 and our epic quest across Europe to win the top flight tier in each of the European nations in the game. Currently in Norway as the manager of Brann. Just a quick, again at the start of the episode, same as last episode, I'm still feeling under the weather, so if I do jump around a bit, there's a lot of cuts, then I've had a coughing fit or something like that, and I've got a full on head cold. I feel awful. I am getting better though compared to what I felt like. It has been about 4 days since I recorded the last episode, just because I couldn't physically do it without spluttering all the time. So, Brann. Last time you were with us was the two fantastic wins against Odd and Viking, particularly the Viking game, a 5-0 win. We followed that up with a 2-0 win over Kongsvinger. Nestor Alonso got both the goals. Krokstrand did get himself sent off in the 60th minute, but we were 2-0 up at that point already. Kongsvinger didn't really have anything going forward, not a single shot on target, and they were quite poor. We were not the greatest either. Tegan up top didn't have a great game, and it took Nestor Alonso on that left-hand side to grab both the goals. We then hit a little bit of a poor run of form. You can see here we didn't pick up a single win in 6 games if you include the cup game. The first one was an absolute humbling defeat against Kristiansund. It was a 4-0 defeat. Urban was sent off in the 2nd minute, which obviously did not help matters one little bit, but Rui Moreira, Rune Roland, Asbjorn Sordal and Kitty Saleh from the penalty spot capped off a fantastic display for Kristiansund. We weren't too bad in terms of our XG. We did offer something going forward despite only having 10 men for 99% of the game, but Alonso had a shocker in this one after scoring 2 goals in the last one to bag us the win. Ponche had a poor game at right back as well. Obviously with the system that we were forced to play, it didn't really favour match ratings, and it was like I say, a humbling defeat to Kristiansund. We followed that up with a 2-2 draw to start, another disappointing result. Magnus Otterstad and Tom Reichel with the goals for Brann. Trond Skarbo and Ollie Christian Kavame with the goals for Start. Their goals came in pretty quick succession. They actually went ahead in the game. We did dominate the game again though. Tom Reichel's picked up the man of the match performance in the defence, which, you know, sort of tells you what kind of a game it was really. So again, dropped points in that one. Followed that up in the cup, a 1-0 defeat to Egersund, which was highly disappointing, and it was one of those again where the players came to me after the game angry with me that we've been knocked out of the cup. We've not reached the latter stages. I'm sat here thinking, you're the ones on the pitch, you're the ones who couldn't beat Egersund, who by the way are a lower division side, the division below us. They're not even doing very well in that division, and they've come to me angry at me that we haven't got to the latter stages of the cup, despite them being the ones on the pitch, and they didn't exactly perform very well. Tegan was one of the ones who came and saw me with his 6.2. You know, Urban with a 6.1. What am I supposed to do? You are the ones on the pitch. We did dominate the game though, despite a couple of the poor ratings. It was just unfortunate that we didn't get the win. Their goalkeeper Romanov has had a really good game. Back in the league though, Rosenborg, a 1-1 draw. The Rosenborg manager did actually lose his job, and I did look into it, but I think by the time I'd seen it, it was already gone to somebody else, so I couldn't apply for it. But another draw in this one. Andre Cavello with a penalty for Rosenborg early on. Magnus Malokken got one, but the equaliser for us. Lidvet was sent off in the 69th minute, so discipline again becoming a little bit of an issue. Rosenborg with a better team throughout the game, really. We only came back into it halfway through the second half, but Malokken's picked up the match. Obviously, Darm Lidvet with his red card hasn't really helped matters again. And it was another defeat after that to Haggersund. Hans Derash with the only goal of the game in the 23rd minute. Again, we were the better team, but again, going forward, Palumbo, Stivang, Alonso, 6.1, 6.1 and 6.3 is not good enough, really, which is you've probably seen that the strikers do get rotated quite a lot because they don't perform when I want them to. At this point of the season as well, guys, we had Ford was on international duty with Norway at the part of World Cup or European Championships, because Norway is a summer league, and obviously those competitions happen in the summer, halfway through our season. And the backup goalkeeper, whose name I've forgotten, was injured. So we had a greyed out player in goal. A greyed out player in goal, because I can't register any more players. I've only got 2 goalkeepers registered. So I had to play with a greyed out player in goal, and it did sort of affect us, really. We did get a decent draw against Bødø though. Valerig with the opening goal in the 6th minute. Tegan got one back in the 84th minute. We were slightly better going forward. Malochan had another poor game. Dan Lidvet again with another poor game. Ponche picked up another match. Urban picked up a slight injury. Ford was back from Norway duty in this one. XG wise, match stats wise, we possibly could have beat Bødø. Unfortunately, we didn't. But after that, we have bounced back to winning ways, and we started off with a fantastic game against Lillestrøm. Nestor Alonso opened the scoring. Steinsland equalised for Lillestrøm. Granheim put us 2-1 up before Hareide equalised again in the 36th minute. Lidvet put us 3-2 up before they again equalised through Mads Steen Meyer in the 86th minute, and then Granheim popped up in the 89th minute to bag the winner in a fantastic game of football. Lillestrøm with a better team as well, but we're the ones who've come away from Lillestrøm with the points. And then we've beaten newly promoted alongside us Sandefjord, who are still flying high near the top of the league, by the way. We've taken them on and a comfortable 3-1 win. Malochan with a double and Stivang on the score sheet as well, where all 3 of our strikers have had a good game, which is a rarity, but we battered Sandefjord. It was humiliating for them, really, just the amount of efforts that we've actually had. We've hit the woodwork 3 times as well. So where that leaves us in the league, guys, we're still in touching distance, believe it or not. We are still in touching distance. Bødø have played a game more than us, and they're only 3 points ahead of us, which is fantastic. We have lost 5 games throughout the season, which is disappointing. One of those games was to Tromsø, who are today's opponents, one of today's opponents. But yeah, we're up in 3rd place on 32 points, which is absolutely fantastic for a newly promoted side. And I'm quite pleased by it, and hopefully we can keep it going and get Norway ticked off the list. So, like I say, we are away to Tromsø. Let's see if we can continue our little mini run of form, pick up 3 wins in a row. This is the lineup that we're going to go for today. It's going to be Ford, Ponche, Hagen, Abrahamsen and Eikinger Urban, with as the back 5, the defence and the goalkeeper. Cowie is the defensive midfielder. Krokstrand and Granheim as the 2 segundo volantes. Malochan, Alonso, the 2 inside forwards, and then Stivang with a rare start up top for him. He normally comes in off that left-hand side, so hoping we can do the business today. And we get our first highlight inside 10 minutes, and it's Tromsø on the attack. It's Haglund feeding the ball back to Pippo. He's well tackled though by Granheim, who strides forward towards the halfway line. He's got runners ahead of him. He's got Malochan. It's a good ball. Malochan into the penalty area. It's a tame effort, and it's easily saved by Oliveira in goal for Tromsø there. But it's a good start. Granheim did really well there, and they come again down this left-hand side. It's Dede with the throw-in. Feeds the ball back to De Baas. De Baas looking for long towards Haglund. Hagen could have left that go, but Ponche thankfully does help it on. It's Malochan looking over the top for Stivang. Has he got the pace to get there? He doesn't. De Baas gets there instead and heads it back to Oliveira. Now De Baas again to Sigvaldsen. Now Trollhes, Jorgensen on this right hand side for Tromsø. He's forced backwards. I think Unge Urban makes the good challenge, and he's just given the ball straight away to the Tromsø player. Now Haglund feeding Stormen. Jorgensen towards our penalty area. He's going to get an effort. No, he's going to be fouled. He's going to be fouled. Of course he is. Of course he is. Shocking pass from Eikinger Urban, who's then the one who gives away the penalty. It's classic Football Manager, isn't it? Classic Football Manager. We have had this week though, guys, the announcement of FM24 and FM25. FM25 is going to a new match engine. That could be a game changer for the series. As Tromsø do put that penalty away and take the lead in the 19th minute. But yeah, new match engine in FM25. It kind of makes me worry a little bit about FM24. Is it just going to be like an updated database of FM23? And we're not going to get too many new things. Hopefully they get rid of the recruitment focus thing, because it's absolute garbage. But yeah, FM25 new match engine. So a year and a half time, guys. Yeah, can't wait. And at half-time, despite being the much better team in this game, we do find ourselves behind to in the bottom 3, Tromsø. Granheim, deep free kick towards that back post in Molokken. It's headed clear by Dede though, and Strom then helps it further on. It's only as far as Cowie, looking to recycle it to Granheim. Comes back to Eiking Urban, who of course gave the penalty away. It's ball forward towards Alonso, heads it on for Stivang for the equaliser. Tengel Stivang with his 7th goal of the season, and that's exactly what we needed. This is our opportunity to go level on points with 18 times in a row champion Bødø Glimt, which would be fantastic. Lillestrøm have taken the lead against Sandefjord as well. I do think that Lillestrøm up here in this sort of area of the table with us, they are indeed. They're just outside the European spots, I think they are. But yeah, equaliser. We just need to go and get the winner now, and this could be the opportunity. As Ponche finds Hagen from the throw-in. Comes back to Abrahamsen. Get my cursor out of the way. Abrahamsen to Granheim. Molokken. Ball forward to Stivang, looking for his second of the game. Can he get there? He can, but it's a good save by Oliveira. Came off his line there, made the goal really small, and has made a fantastic save. But we are going to get the chance from the corner. It's going to be taken by Molokken. It's towards that near post and Hagen, but it's headed over the bar by Hagen. As we come forward down the left-hand side again, it's Eiking Urban. Comes back to Abrahamsen. To his central defensive partner, Hagen. Can he pick out a pass? He can. He goes wide right to Ponche. Ponche getting the ball into the box towards Alonso at the back post. Alonso with a header. Again, it's gone just over the bar. But we're knocking on that door now of Tromsø. Into the final 5 minutes. Ford with this goal kicked. Jorgensen wins it in the air, but it's only come back to Abrahamsen. Now finds Hagen again to Ponche. Don't lose the ball. We need the winner. Ponche takes past his man. Nice work by Ponche. Gets the ball into the box towards Stivang with the header. He's only gone and scored it, hasn't he? Tengel Stivang with his 8th goal of the season. Grabs what should be the late winner for Brann here. And this is revenge for Tromsø beating us earlier on in the season. Ponche does fantastically well on this right-hand side. It's a great ball in. Stivang with a fantastic header. I thought Oliveira had saved it again. He did get a hand to it, but couldn't quite push it past the post. And now into injury time at the end of the game. We are... No. Jorgensen free kick towards Kitbasher. They've hit the bar. We've somehow got it clear. Blow the whistle, ref. Jorgensen, they've recycled the ball. They're still coming for Ponche. Ponche, you beauty. Stivang, have you got the pace to get there? No, you don't. Of course you don't. Trollhes does get there. And it's now Kitbasher. Forward over the halfway line to Pippo. Pippo feeding the ball forward. Well covered by Hagen. Just needs to get rid, and he does get rid. It's a great ball actually to Molokken. End-to-end stuff here at the end of the game. Ponche again. Ball forward. It's a poor one, and Kitbasher cuts it out. But Cowie picks it up, and he's gone all the way back there. Don't know what he's doing back there. Great win though. Great win to come from behind after the penalty earlier on in the game for Tromsø, and to get that 2-1 win. Stivang with both the goals, which is absolutely fantastic. And just confirmation after that game, guys, of the first of all the 2-1 victory, which was fantastic. But we have now moved on to second place, level on points with Bødø Glimt and Odd. So 3 teams at the top on 35 points, more than not far behind on 33. Sandefjord dropped off just a little bit in the last couple of games. They've picked up a couple of defeats. Lillestrøm now move level on points to them. We do have another game today, guys, though. It's against Strømsgodset, another team in the bottom 3. Tromsø now find themselves at the bottom of the table after that defeat. But yeah, 7 days' time we're taking on Strømsgodset. I don't know how to say it. Again, I don't speak Norwegian, guys, so sorry. So I'm going to go forward through those 7 days, and we'll take on Strømsgodset, and we'll see where we're at the end of that. So catch up with you guys in just a minute. All right, guys, welcome back to the second game of today's episode against Strømsgodset. I still can't say it properly. Strømsgodset. Where we are looking to move ahead of Bødø Glimt in the table. They are at home to Molde, so that could be a difficult game for them. Odd away to start, so again, could be a fairly difficult game for Odd. And we're going to stick with the same lineup from the last game. I see no reason to change it really. We performed well, so let's stick with it, shall we? Right, 35 minutes into the game, we get our first highlight in. It is for Strømsgodset. We do manage to head that away though. Krieger does pick up the ball again, gets it back into the box. Hoof clear by Eiking Urban, but it comes straight back. Urban's underneath it again. It's Hagen who actually heads it clear. We still can't get rid of the ball, and the shot eventually comes in from the Godset player. Thankfully for us, it has gone high and wide. Bødø and Molde are still 0-0. Molde have had a player sent off though. As now we're getting the highlights thick and fast now. It's Malochan finds Ponche into Cowie. Malochan again into the penalty area. Pulls it across for Alonso. Alonso really should do much better there. He needs to score that. And at half time, after that, quite quiet first half to be honest. We are on top. Godset have not really offered anything going forward. We have picked up an injury to Abrahamson though, so we're going to have to deal with that. We're also going to get a little bit shouty at the boys. We're going to tell them that we're not happy with that. We should be comfortably ahead in this game. We're going to bring Tom Reichel on for Abrahamson and get the second half underway. And like I say, hopefully we can have a bit of a busier second half here. We do need to bag the win, particularly with Bødø and Molde still drawing. Starting odd until later on this evening in the game. It's now Ford with the goal kick. It's a long one. Looking for Alonso, but nobody's there. Bay picks it up. Now Felchinger, ball forward. Well, one in the air by Hagen. Looking for Stivang. Stivang does well to get there ahead of the defender. He's now striding towards the goal. Can he get an effort where he can? Tengel Stivang with his 3rd goal of the episode, his 9th of the season. Opens the scoring for Brann against Godset here. To put us top of the league, believe it or not. That would absolutely put us top of the league. He does really well. Wins that ball and just drives forward. Leaves the number 18 for dust. And it's a good finish past the goalkeeper with his right foot. And like I say, that would take us to the top of the league as things stand, which is unreal. Unreal, really. But Gudjonsson looking to get them back into it with this ball into the box towards Krieger. And Christopher Krieger does get there. Bjarki Gudjonsson with the assist from the cross, and we managed to hold on to our lead for all of 2 minutes, was it? Was it 2? It was it was 7 minutes. We held on for 7 minutes, and that's their first shot on target in the game. We do need to be winning this game though. We do need to be winning this game. With Bødø dropping points, this is the kind of opportunity that we absolutely have to take advantage of. If we're going to be taking Norway off the list. We know we've seen how good Bødø are. We've seen how many years in a row they've won it. So we need to take our opportunities when we can. When they're dropping points, we need to be winning the games. And as things stand, we're approaching the end of the game now. It doesn't look like we're going to be winning this game. We're going to demand more out of the boys. Bødø have taken the lead now anyway. So it does look like we're going to be dropping points as opposed to overtaking Bødø in the league. And that's highly disappointing. That is highly disappointing. I'm not happy with that. Not happy with that against the team who are in the relegation zone. I'm going to tell them I'm embarrassed because I am as a manager. We should be winning that game. When you look at where the two teams are in the league, we've just about doubled their points. Really, I know we're not supposed to be up in second place in the league as a team, but we are. So we should have been winning, unfortunately. So after that game, confirmation that Bødø did grab a late winner in the 85th minute after Molde held on for most of the game with 10 men. Disappointing to concede that goal to Krieger with their only shot of the goal of the game on target. Start are beating odd though, so that does help us out in terms of keeping second place as things stand. But we really do have to take those opportunities when Bødø looked like they were going to drop points with a draw, but it looked like we were going to drop them as well, and that's the kind of thing that we need to not do. We need Bødø to drop points and us to take those points off them when they drop them. But guys, thank you very much for being here as always. Again, apologies if I sound croaky, if there's cuts and jumps in the video. Like I say, I'm not feeling very well, and hopefully I'm better for the next episode that I record. It might be a couple of days again though, guys. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for being here. Please remember to hit that like button and that thumbs up button for me. It does help me out massively, as I always say. And I've realised I've said the like and the thumbs up button again. They're the same thing. The subscribe button, guys. It does help me out massively. But guys, thank you very much for being here as always, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers, guys.